Wolves. I'm telling you. I swear if we fail to beat Wolves. You know what I mean? But anyways, we need to get onto something because the Arsenal peddlers are back at it again. So let's talk about this. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. Anyways, we need to talk about this, yeah? Because there were certain things said that, again, it triggered me. So let's get into it.
Which you'd expect them to. The next 3 Premier League games are Wolves at home, which Arsenal could probably play their under-21s right now and beat Wolves. They're that bad. Then they've got Everton away, which won't be easy, under the lights. That'll be a tough game. Then after that, though, they've got Palace in the League Cup. You'd expect them to beat Palace. They've got Brighton at home, Villa at home, Bournemouth away. After the Bournemouth game, though, again, Liverpool, Forest, Inter Milan, Man United, they should be going into those games as clear favourites. They are, for me, the strongest team in the league. Bearing in mind Kai Havertz, Gabriel, Saliba, Martinelli still isn't fully fit. Gyökeres is the big question mark that a lot of Arsenal fans are, speaking about. They've got a number of key players out. When Gabriel and Saliba are back in that team, I've got no doubt Arsenal going to win this league title.
The honest funny thing is with these peddlers, yeah, they're always wrong, aren't they? In the end, these peddlers talk about Arsenal with the league now, mate, and you get fans like me who I haven't been thinking we were going to win the league these past few seasons. And I have my reasons, and then it came true. Not that I wanted to be right, because not that I wanted to be right, because as you can tell, I'm always fuming when I'm right, because I hate being right when it comes to shit like this. Yeah, but it's when these peddlers, they do this obviously for the pound note, get your money. Yeah, just don't try and undermine the Arsenal fans who actually give a shit. But what you're going to see is that right here. So let's get back into it. And yeah.
If you took, for an example, if we took Romero and Van der Ven out of our back line, we would fall apart. If you took, let's use Liverpool for an example. If you took Alisson and Van Dijk out and they had to play Joe Gomez and let's say Leone was fit, they would fall apart. They only lost in the last 9 minutes to Aston Villa. They lost 1 home game in 13 months. And bearing in mind, Unai Emery, in my opinion, does.
Yeah, I know about Hooks, but I don't think I'm subscribed to him, and I haven't watched enough of his stuff. But apparently, he's one of those that's like insufferable and everything like that. I might have to get on to a man like Hooks. I might have to. You know what I mean? He said we'll win the quadruple this season. Damn! Yeah, I think I heard something about that. I just haven't seen his stream saying it. But this is the thing. It's fans like that people are talking about when they want to rip into Arsenal. You know what I mean? Exactly, it's meant to be a Tottenham fan. You know what I mean? You just couldn't make this up, could you?
I've seen him do it.
Have recently Arteta's number. I think he's only lost 1 of his last 8 games against Villa. Lost against Arsenal, because he always has a point to prove, because he feels hard done by because he got let go. Like, there is absolutely no shame in losing away to Aston Villa. They've beaten City this season. They've beaten us this season. They've beaten Arsenal.
I'm sorry, don't put you man in that category. They're supposed to beat you, man. Yeah. Let me just put that out there. They're supposed to beat you, man. But when people, I hate when people say, this is what I hate, yeah? I hate when people say, it's not a bad thing losing to that club. We're trying to fight for the league, yeah? We're trying to fight for the league. I don't want to hear it's not bad losing at that ground, mate. No, it is. It is. It is. Especially because what we've seen all these years is when we lose at that ground, we lose at that ground. Yeah? If we can't win there, we ain't going to win there. That's what I've seen. Yeah? I've been seeing that.
Him do it.
We couldn't win at Anfield. I knew we weren't going to win at Stamford Bridge. I knew we weren't going to win at Aston Villa. I can't even remember if I predicted we'd beat Newcastle at St. James Park. I might have done. I can't remember. There's grounds I don't think we'll win at this season based on what I've seen. So I hate when people say, oh, but it's no shame losing at so-and-so's ground, mate. It is. It is. Patterns, fam. But these man aren't going to talk about no pattern because they don't know nothing about no pattern. Yeah? Anyways.
The only Big Six team to beat them has actually been Liverpool, which was
they're on a 9-game winning streak in all comps at home, Aston Villa.
And this is another thing as well. Why I get pissed off when people say it's no shame losing at Villa or whoever, is when you see the clubs they lost to, the club that they're talking about. We saw Villa go to Anfield, who Liverpool was struggling, and they lost 2-0. And I actually predicted that scoreline. I predicted Villa would lose 2-0 at Anfield. And that was when Liverpool were losing like 4 games in a row, whatever it was. I knew Liverpool would beat them 2-0. I don't know how. I just knew. That's the scoreline I could see happening. Yeah? I don't know who's beating Villa at Villa Park this season. I'm not quite sure. Yeah? Maybe if I see it right now, it might piss me off because it's like, well, we couldn't go there. I got pissed off with the Chelsea one and the Sunderland one. Sunderland went to Old Trafford and lost 2-0. They couldn't even put up a fight at Old Trafford. Yeah, they're unbeaten at home. But I'm sorry, if we're chasing the league, we should be going there and still winning. Yeah? Chelsea went to Old Trafford and lost. Lost at home to Sunderland. We couldn't beat them. No, I'm not hearing this all, it's not bad drawing there, mate. I'm not hearing.
If that was Arsenal or United, the media would be all over that.
I largely agree with you. I'm still not doing. The only thing I could disagree with and push back on is there's no clear favourite to win the league for me. I think Arsenal are the marginal favourites. So I do have doubts still that City could come back and win this. As an example, Arsenal, the injury crisis could continue. Maybe the pressure gets on top. That's plausible to me, but I still see them as the favourites. But I think the meltdown only really exists because rivals and Arteta Outers have had about 2.5-3 months where they've not really been able to complain.
What?
It was just a day where.
I beg your pardon.
You guys hear that? Yeah, I'll play again. Maybe you didn't hear it. Maybe you didn't. Let's go back.
The injury crisis could continue. Maybe the pressure gets on top. That's plausible to me, but I still see them as the favourites. But I think the meltdown only really exists because rivals and Arteta Outers have had about 2.5-3 months where they've not really been able to complain.
Wallahi, one more strike and you're out. One more strike. One more strike and you're out. Wallahi, I'm telling you right now.
So what he's trying to say, yeah?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f*** you think you is?
He's trying to say that the Arteta Outers, people like me, Lee Gunner, and others, we haven't been able to complain for a while because we've been winning, keeping clean sheets, all that stuff. But now we've finally lost. Now we can complain. So now he's trying to make out that there's some sort of enjoyment out of us complaining.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Let's listen to some more.
So it was just a day where they got to complain. That's all it really was. It was a moment where they go, I can actually have a go at them for the first time in months.
You hear this fucker? Yeah?
I beg your pardon?
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Oh, sugar. You just gone and done the dumbest thing in your whole life.
I've seen him do it.
Unbelievable. They just want to complain, mate. They just want to complain. Same guy who watched Ten Hag win 2 trophies for his club and he couldn't handle it.
No.
Because, we're losing games in league. You know what I mean? And now he's essentially calling Arteta Outers fake fans.
Accusations.
Fans that they just want to complain more than we want to win. That's what he's saying.
I've seen him do it.
The Arsenal peddler. The so-called Man United fan. Allegedly. It's finally a chance for us to complain. Finally, we can complain. Because we've not been able to complain. We've been miserable. When we've been winning all these games, we've been miserable. But now, finally, we lost to Villa. Now we can complain.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Who the fuck is this asshole?
And I think, but even the guys that don't want Arteta to be successful and the rivals, of course, don't want Arsenal to win, it was still relatively tame because they can see the next game is Wolves. They then play, as you've already mentioned, in the Premier League this year, they then play Everton away, which is tough, but I still think Arsenal win that game because I don't think Everton are Aston Villa's level. So if I look at it and think they drew with Chelsea, was a little bit of an anomaly game, went down to 10 men. I think Chelsea are better than Everton, and I think that Aston Villa are better than Everton, and that was a narrow defeat and a draw. I think Arsenal, with a few more players returning, because I think Saliba will be back by then, they'll win that game. They beat Wolves at home. I think they beat Brighton at home. Then they've got Aston Villa at home. And again, as tight as that game was, I think Arsenal win that game at home. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, I see them winning their next 4 games. I think it's really plausible they win the next 4 games. So that's why I looked at some of the meltdowns at the weekend and thought, you can criticize the moment, but the meltdowns for me, I felt were absolutely crazy.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
Yeah, you would think that, wouldn't you? Because it wouldn't suit your narrative to support the peddling that you keep doing. So essentially, man's trying to question how the Arsenal fans feel about what's going on. Again, he doesn't know anything about patterns because it's not his club. Yeah? He's one of those that turns around and says, but it's only his second loss in 19 games, man. He's still top of league. Context now. Yeah, we lost at Anfield. That would have been a statement win. They're the champions. We haven't won at Anfield since 2012. Would have been a statement win. Chelsea, City at home. Yeah, we smoked them 5-1 last season at the Emirates. We've gone backwards this time, and we've added to the squad. We've spent money, and we couldn't beat them. And we're at home. They're looking to try and get the league back. Couldn't beat them. That would have been another statement win. Sunderland away, yeah, would have been a statement win. They were unbeaten at home, yeah. Chelsea away would have been a statement win. They're climbing back up the table, or was climbing back up the table at the time, yeah. A chance to pull 9 clear at the time. Yeah, that weekend, City dropped points that weekend, I think. Yeah, didn't do it. Didn't get the win. Aston Villa away, only lost 1 game at home this season. On form, winning 5-6 games in a row. Would have been a statement win. Didn't win it. The fuck is this guy talking about? But you notice how he never mentioned what I just said. Everything I said, he didn't mention that. He's just going to go off, it's only a second loss in 19 games, mate. That's what it goes by. Don't add no context. And gullible Arsenal fans will watch this and they'll peddle the same thing to fans like me, Southern Gunner, Lee Gunner, and everybody else. They'll peddle that same shit. We're still top of the league. It's only our second loss. But when you add the context to it, you start to see certain patterns. No statement win this season. A slight argument could be the Newcastle win was a statement win because not only was it a 90th minute winner, but it's St. James's Park. It's a hostile environment. But Newcastle were exactly in the best of forms. They didn't start the season that well. So if we play them now, I wonder if we'd win that game. Yeah? Not one win that says, oh, yeah. It's just that October, we had a sick October where we didn't concede any goals at all in all comps. Yeah? That's what will cloud a lot of this. When you peel back the layers, no statement win yet.
God damn.
You know what I mean? Sunderland, Villa, City, Liverpool, Chelsea. Yeah? Games like that. And yeah, all these teams were in the top 6 at the time.
Emotional damage.
So literally, when a club is around us, we don't beat them. I think there's only Crystal Palace. I think they were in the top 6 at the time we beat them. I think. Yeah? That 1-0 we scraped at home. Other than that, we play a team in the top 6, we don't win. That's what's shown this season. Yeah? Again, he didn't mention that though, did he? He didn't say, oh, I thought the team's in top 6 yet. He didn't mention that. Why? 1, because he don't care to know about that. 2, it wouldn't suit the Arsenal fans that fall for his shit. The title of this video is Arsenal are still winning it. And then they talk about the Salah situation in Chelsea, but Arsenal are still winning it. Again, he says all this shit and no context to it. So then you get fans like him and let's not forget when that stream that he did with Staffy and KJ, yeah? And Staffy's out here talking about, oh man, these Arsenal fans is ridiculous, man. I mean, oh man, I mean, why would you want to sack Arteta? This Arteta out is too much. The audacity of these man.
God damn.
You know what I mean? The audacity of these man. It's not your club. And you man wanted a trophy-winning manager sacked. Fuck out of here, please. Anyways, I haven't listened to any more of this. So everything I hear going forward will be new to my ears. Because I stopped watching it after that. I think it's a bit after this I stopped watching. Well, let's listen to some more of this.
Equally, that's because I look at Arsenal fans at the moment of having first world problems. My club's a joke. My team is so average. I look at the level of anger I saw from some gooners at the weekend, and I just thought it feels a bit much for you.
Shut
only
your
second defeat
bitch
of the
ass
season,
up
you're still
before
top.
I get to talking shit about you.
Listen to what he says.
You're crazy. But equally, that's because I look at Arsenal fans at the moment of having first world problems. My club's a joke. My team is so average. I look at the level of anger I saw from some gooners at the weekend, and I just thought it feels a bit much for you. Only your second defeat of the season. You're still top of the league.
You shut up!
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah? That's exactly what I'm talking about. No context, no nothing. No context as to why there's some Arsenal fans pissed off. None at all. Don't want to talk about we haven't registered one statement win this season. Those 5 games I listed, they all would have been a statement. Didn't get over the line in them. Yeah? We lost at Anfield. Losing at Anfield, I knew we were going to lose at grounds like Villa and not beat Chelsea. Again, no context at all to it. Just, well, it's a bit much to say that you only lost your second game this season. No context. You know what I mean? But if I say to fans like this, well, he won 2 trophies, under Ten Hag, so you should keep him. Now they want to say, oh, but context matters, mate, because look what we're doing in the league. That's what they'll say. That's what fans like this would say. The context matters because, well, look what we're doing in the league. Never mind that we won the trophies. But no context added when he's talking about, oh, it's a bit much. Second loss at season. No context at all. Insane. The Arsenal peddlers. Honestly.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
And one thing I will throw in there, I don't think anyone's going to go on long winning runs this year. I think 5, 6, maybe 7 wins on the bounce is about the maximum you're going to see from anyone. I think City are 5 wins on the bounce at the minute, I think, in the Premier League. I'm going to go and check this. So City are... No, they can't be because they lost a couple of games ago. But City in the Premier League are...
Yeah,
3 wins in the
back. They lost 3.
3. Their next game is away against Crystal Palace. Yeah. Granted, but on City... I think they drop points in the next game away against Crystal Palace. Aston Villa on a really good run. Their next game in the Premier League. See, they're away to West Ham, so I see them. They actually could get to 7 here because they go to West Ham and then they play Man United at home. They're going to beat us, there's no doubt. But then they go away to Chelsea and away to Arsenal. And I look at that and they could get to 6 and 7. They could, although West Ham have been a lot better recently. They've been a lot better. I just don't see many teams hitting 7, 8, 9, 10 game winning streaks. I've said it all year. Everyone's going to get stopped. I think as soon as you go against that.
Again, what the part he's not talking about is saying about how, well, teams aren't going to go on these massive winning streaks, man. They're going to drop points at some point. Cool. Yeah, we know that. But we could have been 9 clear and everything. It's only 2 points. He's not including that. You know what I mean? I know we're not going to go on a 10. We're going to win. I know we're not going to win 10 games in a row in the Premier League. I know we're not going to do that. Yeah, but the point of the matter is beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge would have been a statement win, going 9 clear at that time. Of them. I think, City did win their game that weekend, actually. They did win their game. We would have gone 9 clear of Chelsea, who were second at the time, and we still would have pulled further clear of City. Yeah? Then we get to another away ground that's a difficult place to go, and we didn't get no points at all, and now it's only 2 points in it. So, our next games might look favourable. But the point of the matter is it's still possible for us to, fumble being those many points ahead with only being 2. Now, what matters is being top in May. But if you're going to lay down a marker, you need to, like I said, look at the last 2 times Liverpool won the league. That's what we need to be. We need to be pulling clear when teams slip up. What, this squad's not good enough to do what Liverpool did last season? Just keep winning, even off the back of teams dropping points? Oh, no, we're just going to blame injuries, aren't we? Yeah.
That group I mentioned, in that top sort of 12, 13, everyone is going to lose points to at least 50% of that group away from home this year. And Arsenal, I felt were going to be no different. I think Arsenal have been the best of everybody this year, but everyone's going to drop points to those teams because they're hard to play. Our league is so different to so many others. This isn't Germany. This isn't Spain. This isn't Italy, where the top 2 or 3 teams invariably beat everybody from 5th place down, home and away.
I think I'm done with this that video anyway. But positive Dan did say about the quadruple. Actually, I did see him saying that.
I've seen him do it. Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
Come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.